Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've got Darren Little here with the MLM Superheroes, and we are live right now on an international broadcast, broadcasting to all four corners of the world. Guys, you know what I want to talk to you here a bit today is about how to explode any MLM in 90 days or less. Okay, how to explode any MLM in 90 days or less. It doesn't matter what company that you're currently with. Here's what I will tell you. If you've got no budget to run your business, guys, and you keep on every month spending money on your auto ship, and you're not making any income, that is a formula for bankruptcy. Okay, so if you're on the spiral downhill like this and you keep on spending that money every month, and you're not making any money, that's a formula, guys, for bankruptcy. Okay, so if you keep on burning money, and you're not making money, at some point in time, the money's going to be gone. Okay, so you have to set yourself up start to think about this like a real business. It's not a hobby. This is a real business on how you're going to roll out your business and start to turn it into cash flow. Now, the biggest challenge that people go through in this particular type of a business model, guys, I'll tell you what the number one problem is that people think that their networking business is different than rolling out any other type of business. And it's not. It's exactly the same. It's the same thing. The challenge that people go through is because they don't understand how real businesses are built, or how real companies are expanded, or how management teams are hired, or how millions of dollars are raised for companies. They think that they're in some bubble that's different than a real company. And I can tell you this for a fact, because I build companies and I raise money. It's exactly the same. Okay, now here's the challenge. Here's the challenge, guys. The challenge is because you've never been taught what business etiquette is. Okay, business etiquette is to reach out, touch base, say hello to somebody, and connect, and listen to them, what's happening in their life, right? And then they'll say, what about you? You don't talk about business. Okay, there's about 5 to 8 minutes that is dedicated to the connection part. And your goal on your side, if you're reaching out to somebody, your goal is to change their state or get them to laugh so that you can connect. When two people are laughing, their bodies will synchronize, and now you get connection. Okay, so now this is how every company gets rolled out that I've ever done. I mean, maybe the other people in some other reality or something, they build companies differently, or they hire management teams differently, or they look for joint venture partnerships differently. But I can tell you this from my own personal experience. If I'm rolling out a company, or I'm looking to hire a new CEO for one of my companies, or a new chief financial officer for one of my companies, where do you think that I start? Where do you think that I start? I start with my contacts. Why the heck am I going to go out and spend money on advertising when I can reach out to people that I know and find out who do they know that's in between careers, or who do they know that's currently underpaid at a position that might be qualified to head up a CEO position for a company that I have? Okay, it makes sense. Now, how is that any different? Guys, just so you know, that's called networking, in case you didn't know what it is. That's called networking. So I want to go through my contacts to find somebody that would be qualified to fill a position. I want to go through my contacts to find out who has a person or a company that would be qualified to do a joint venture with my company. Right? So it's exactly the same. So, but if you don't have any type of a budget, right, then what are you going to do? Okay, if you don't have any type of budget at all, right? So the first thing that I do in any company, if I'm building a company, is I want to get my key management team in place. Now, and my board of directors. Okay, now I typically go with management team, board of directors, and an advisory board. Okay, those three components. And then from that, I now have leverage to go get my money. Okay, so I put a team together, and then I leverage the resumes off the team to go raise my money. Okay, now let's take that and compare that to a home-based business setup. The first thing that you want to do is you want to say, who are, you know, the first 4 to 8 most influential people that you know Sorry, guys, that was kind of bizarre. My computer just completely shut off. That's so bizarre, but stuff like that does happen. And my fan's not on. It's just really weird. The whole computer just went poof and shut off. Okay, so, you know, you want to ask yourself, who do you know that would be the first people that you would want to hire for your management team? Okay, so that's typically what I do. I say, okay, who do I know that is the most influential people that I would want to hire? Okay. Now, what I do, guys, is if I'm going to reach out to that person, instead of going to them, I go through them. Now, by going through a person and not actually even going to them personally, I'm going to go through them and ask them, who do they know? Okay, so I'm not pitching them on anything. I'm saying, who do they know that might be a person that's in between careers, or a person that is currently underpaid at one of their positions, that might be qualified to head up an international expansion for a company. Okay, now sorry guys, I don't know, somebody just muted me out there. Um, Sonia, what part of that did you hear? Sonia?
Yeah, you were talking about the international expansion, and that was the last that I heard.
Okay. So let's say that I have a group of people that I know are qualified, and those are the people that I want on my team. Instead of going to them, I'm going to go through them. Now, they're either going to qualify themselves on their own, guys. That means they're asking me for the information, right? Or I'm going to get some referrals. So here's an example. So I reach out, I touch base, and I say hello to Sonia. Okay. Now, Sonia is a person that's a high-level management. You know, let's say that she makes $130,000 per year right now, and I'm going to reach out to her because I know that she has the qualifications that I'm looking for. Okay, I know that she has some management skills. I know that she's got some leadership skills. I know that she's used to a higher level of income, and I really want her on my team, but I'm not going to go directly to her. Okay, now watch how this happens. So I reach out, I touch base, I say hello to Sonia. I find out what's going on in her life, and I listen. I complete my what's called business etiquette. Okay, so I complete my business etiquette. We have an exchange. So she's told me a little bit. I've shared with her a little bit about my personal life. We've kind of had a little few laughs and chuckles, and we now have a connection, right? And now I say to Sonia, hey, Sonia, just out of curiosity, maybe you can help me, okay? Now, keep in mind, I'm looking to fill these positions of what I call my international expansion leaders in my company, right? So I say, hey, Sonia, just out of curiosity, do you know anybody right now that's either in between careers or they're currently in a situation where they're underpaid for their talent that might have the qualifications to head up an international expansion? You know, I'm just rolling out another company right now, and typically our international expansion leaders, first year they make between 150 and 300K, second year about $500,000. Do you know anybody that might have the qualifications for that? Now, if Sonia is interested at that point in time, guess what she says? Well, I wouldn't mind finding out about it, Darren. What exactly is involved? She just qualified herself without me pitching her. She's qualifying herself now that she's interested. Now, here's what I do. This is the takeaway, okay? Well, you know what, Sonia? I mean, I would have come directly to you, but I mean, I know you're making way more money than that already. Now, watch what happens. She's now going to go, what are you talking about, Darren? I'm only making $130,000. I want to find out how you can make 150 to 300K as an international expansion leader in the first year, $500,000 second year. How do you do that? What do you got to be to do to be qualified to do that? She's now qualifying herself that she's interested, okay? So this is how you do high-level networking, guys. High-level networking. So instead of pitching somebody, instead of going to somebody and pitching them on your company or your products, or I got this great thing that you want to take a look at, what I do is I go through that person like they're not even there. Okay? I'm not talking to them. I'm talking who do they know. And if they're interested now, what happens is they actually qualify themselves on whether or not they're interested in my business. Big difference, guys. It's totally different energy. So now Sonia is asking me for the information. I'm not pitching her on the information, guys. She's asking me for the information. Now, here's what I do. Again, I'm going to take it away. Well, you know what, Sonia? I mean, quite honestly, I don't even know if there would be a fit here. I mean, I don't even know if you'd be qualified. Well, what do you got to do to be qualified, right? Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do this? Instead of getting into it over the phone, why don't we book a time where you know that you're going to be online for, I don't know, 12 to 15 minutes or so. And I always talk about it like I'm pulling it randomly out of the air. I don't know, like maybe 12 to 15 minutes or so. So let's book a time in your daytime where you know you're going to be online, and then let's connect again, and I'll be able to direct you to the information at that time. Does that sound good? Does that sound like a plan? Right? So I'm booking an appointment. If you guys run a business professionally, I'm telling you what, they'll take your business to a completely different level. So I don't want to just randomly be firing out my links all over the place, guys. Okay? If you're building a company, then build a company. Don't treat this like a hobby. Build a company. Look for your key people. Look for your key management of who you want as your little mini board of directors. No different than building out any other type of company. So, guys, what I want to talk to you about today is that really the biggest reasons why people fail with this type of a business model. Number one is they think that it's about pitching. pitching, features and benefits, pitching and closing, dealing with objections. Guys, just so you know, that's not networking, and if you do that, you will fail miserably in this business model. Miserably. You will not do well in this business model at all. And if you're what you would consider to be a good salesperson that can tell a great story and deal with every type of objection, your business will not duplicate. Now, why is that? Do you realize if you're talking to a single mom that really needs what you have, and she's got 3 kids, every word that you say about your company, your products, your opportunity, your patents, your track record, your management team, your background, blah, 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 she goes, you know what? Oh my God, I could never do this. I mean, I got 3 kids. We got the pickups and the drop-offs and the ballet and the karate, and we've got you know, tutoring, and then we've got breakfast, lunches, and dinners that I got to take care of. Like, there's no way that I would ever be able to learn all of that, right? So by you talking, you're actually selling yourself out of having a business partner. And she'll typically say, you know what, you'll probably do great in this because you're good at sales. Okay, and it's not a selling model, guys. It's not a selling model. It's a model of connecting with people and finding out what's going on in their life. Are they in a peak or are they in a valley? If somebody is in a peak, I'm going to go through them. If they're in a valley, I'm going to go to them. Okay, now how would I ever know if somebody's in a peak or a valley unless I have a simple, casual conversation, a simple, casual connection? There's no pitch in that. There's no features and benefits in that. So, you know, the couple areas where people have a challenge with this industry is, number one, they've got no budget at all. Okay, no budget, no marketing budget. You know, they start if they can just come up with the money just to get their first little tiny auto ship or their first tiny little startup cost, right? But they don't have any money to sustain it, right? That's one challenge, is they got no budget. Okay. The second area that they run into is that they don't know how to roll out an actual marketing campaign, a real marketing campaign, guys, like things like press releases, right, and videos, and understanding how to use social media. They have no idea on how to do any of this. They're completely uneducated on this area. Now, there's a formula in business that if you apply this, you can do well in anything. What's the formula? Couple things. You can earn while you learn. Okay, so the more that you learn, the more that you earn. Doesn't that make sense? So if you want to earn more, then why don't you learn more? Okay, now as a leader, if you want to position yourself as a leader with this type of a business model, there's 3 things that you're going to need to do. You're going to need to learn a strategy. Okay, number 1, learn a strategy. Number 2, you need to implement a strategy that you've just learned. Number 3, you need to share your results. Okay, this is how you get a following, guys. Okay, so here would be an example. Now, what I'm going to show you here, guys, in this little broadcast is how I was able to start a business with $174, within 30 days be at a $10,000 monthly residual income, in 11 months generate $126,000 cash, and keep that going up and hit a high of almost $17,000 in a single month, okay? With no paid marketing, just being able to connect with people and find out what's going on in their life. Now, here's what I will tell you. 8 out of every 10 people right now, guys, are struggling. 8 out of every 10 people right now are struggling in this reality. 8 out of every 10. So the numbers are pretty big. Like, it's a pretty high chance that if I reach out and connect with a person and get them to just open up and tell me what's going on in their life, that there's an 80% chance that I can help them solve their pain. 80% chance that I can help them solve their pain, right? The other 20%, I'm going to get referrals from. How about that? Now, once you know what those numbers are, and you're not emotionally connected either way to either answer, whether you get referrals or somebody, or if they're in pain and I say, oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, could you use an extra 25 grand a month? Would that help? And they go, no, 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 I'm good. Cool, what do you got planned for the weekend? It's very casual. There's no pitch, right? And it's not even me that's going to be talking about my business. It's what? The video is going to do the work. The video is going to talk about the stuff. My Google Hangout is going to talk about the stuff. My international conference call is going to talk about the stuff, right? So it's not going to be me that's going to explain the business. It's going to be something or someone other than me. Something or someone other than me is going to be talking about my business, okay? So guys, what I want to do here is I'm going to share my screen, and I want to be able to show you the power of why did I first choose this particular company? Why did I choose this particular company? And what's been the value to the marketplace and the benefit? So this particular company, it deals with two specific target markets. So from right now with the state of the economy, businesses are literally on the verge of going under. They need more sales, guys. They need more sales. How are they going to get more sales? They have to start to get creative. They have to start to offer bonuses and incentives for people to come to do business with them. So if you've got a massage therapy clinic and I've got a massage therapy clinic and you're waiting for walk-in traffic, and I give every new customer that comes in a voucher that gives them a companion airfare the next time they go away on vacation, or a companion cruise, a 2-for-1 cruise the next time they go away on vacation, or a weekend getaway to Las Vegas for only $65, or maybe 50% off their car rentals, right? So you got to start to think outside the box if you're going to be successful in a downsizing economy right now, guys. You have to start to be creative. So we have 28 different promotional offers that we can offer to new customers, okay? And it's phenomenal what you can do. Realtors, I can show a realtor how to pack an open house. I can show an automotive dealer how to get more test drives. I could show people how to have people show up at seminars or hotel events if you're in personal development or you're a speaker. So many different ways, guys. Now, from the consumer side, we save families over $4,500 in name brand purchases, name brand product purchases they're going to be purchasing anyway. Now, all of this, guys, is a $29 monthly product. That means that the moment somebody gets our membership, it's like them getting a $4,500 raise the moment they start their business. And I'm talking about name brands like Costco, Reebok, Sears. We get 30% off of Reebok running shoes. We get 25% off of all flower orders. You know, we get a ridiculous savings on restaurants, $300 in restaurant gift certificates that you can get for 48 bucks. I mean, it's cash back in your jeans, guys. Discounts off of your car rentals, discounts off of your vacations. You know, we get like 40% off of Six Flags. If you take your family to The Lion King, or you go to Chicago Musical, or you go see Mary Poppins, or you go to movies, we get 32% off family packs to go to movies. It's a ridiculous amount of savings that go back in your pocket as a member. Now, here's the gold right here. Most people don't know how to market. Now, how the heck do you think that you're going to get your phone ringing off the hook with incoming phone calls, guys, when you have no idea how to roll out a company? No idea. You don't know what social media is. You don't know how it works. You don't know how to use video to drive traffic. You don't know how to use Google Hangouts. You've never done one before. Do you know that right now, as I'm talking to you people, guys, I'm doing presentations right now in multiple countries, in all 4 corners of the world, on other Google Hangouts that aren't even me. They're me cloned. So this right here is a Google Hangout, and not only are there people watching, there are people listening, and after, there's going to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that listen to this while I'm sleeping. Now, once you learn this, you learn how to clone yourself. Now, this is like we're in some future reality, and you learned how to take your DNA and make another version of you. Not only once, twice, a dozen times, 100 times, 1,000 times. And once you learn that, and once you can teach people how to do that, oh my God, guys. Oh my God, you're literally on the next level in your reality, because you can travel around the world and you're doing presentations while you're traveling. You can go to sleep and you're still doing presentations while you're sleeping. This is totally next level training. Now, what's great about this program, guys, is that in those first two product stages, $29 product and $100 product, we pay you 100% commissions. That means that's like you went out and made this entire program yourself with only 200 people. You're making a $25,000 monthly residual income with 200 people. Now, I'm not talking about a $5,000 or a $10,000 startup. I'm talking about $174. Now, if you can show me any company in the world where you can start a business for $174 and generate a $300,000 yearly income with 200 people, okay, I'm in. But I certainly have never seen one in over 25 years. But what's the first thing that people want to do once they start making money? They want to travel, guys. They want to experience the world. Now, our Dream Life Vacation Club has two different upgrades. It's got a $399 upgrade and a $699, and then it's $99.95 per month for 23 months. But you make in commissions on this $250 commissions, $425 commissions, and $60 per month commissions. Guys, do you realize in this one division of our company, with a team of only 554 people, you are a millionaire? With 554 people. Now, if you can show me any company that has this type of value, where families are going to save over $100,000 over the course of the next 50 years on their vacations, if you can show me any company that provides the value that we do in the marketplace, I certainly have never seen one. And I've been an entrepreneur, guys, for over 25 years, and I've never seen this type of value offered in the marketplace, ever, ever. That's why I took a position on the advisory board of this company. So what do you end up with? You end up with more new clients, more referrals, more repeat business, and more income from our affiliate program. Here's the couple things I love about this. Number one, I can show you how to turn all of your existing customers into promoters. Doesn't matter what kind of company that you've got, retail, restaurant, you're a automotive dealership, whatever it is that you've got. Your massage therapy clinic, acupuncture, dentist, I can show you how to turn all of your customers into promoters. So you've got hundreds and hundreds of people promoting your business. Why? Because of the incentives that we have. I can show you how to get way more people opting in to take your tour as far as your lead capture page. I can show you how to get way more people showing up at all of your meetings, whether they're home meetings, hotel meetings, it doesn't matter. Because why? You're giving them an incentive to come. 2-for-1 airfare, 2-for-1 cruise, all the 28 different promotional offers, and I can show you how to generate a $25,000 monthly marketing budget for your business, whatever it is that you do. Doesn't matter. Can you imagine having a $25,000 monthly marketing budget for your restaurant, or your nightclub, or your lounge, or your hotel, or your motel, or your insurance agency? Whatever, guys, it doesn't matter. This is the power of the explosive business. It helps any company, any company. You could be with Monavi, you could be with Prepaid Legal, you could be with Amway. It doesn't matter. We put money into your pocket so you can have a budget to run your company. So we pay very, very high commissions. It's a very low cost to get started. It's a complete plug-and-play system, and you can earn a full-time income, guys, quickly, easily, effortlessly, with a small, little, tiny team. Do you know that if you have a monthly newsletter that you put out right now, with one line of copy on the bottom of your newsletter, could your family use a little extra cash flow? Click here, and it goes to our sales video. And our sales video converts on its own. On its own, guys. So just by putting one line of copy on the bottom of your newsletter, you're into cash flow. Now, the other thing that we've got that allows you to network on a much higher scale to business owners is that we have a loans division in our company. You are not the loans officer yourself, but you can direct people to the loans division of the company, get them to fill out a questionnaire and see if they're qualified. They're better than a cash in advance, and we get cash in hand to those businesses in as fast as 5 business days. And what's great about this is that there's a lot of companies out there that need money for inventory to close big contracts, or they need money to get a little bit more equipment so that they can expand. They've got receivables coming in, but they don't have the cash flow to be able to fund that next level. Well, we help those companies. So we help companies to make more money. We help companies to generate more business, more leads, and we actually help those companies by giving them more money for their expansion. So we really cover all aspects. Now, what I want to do, guys, is I'm going to log in here into my back office, and I want you to really understand the power of what we've got here and the value that we provide to the marketplace, and why there's literally people lining up right now, guys, to get involved with us and to go through our Millionaire Mentoring and Training Program with our Platinum 200 team. Guys, I teach people the actual science behind getting rich. Once you recruit 4 Platinum members into our program, you will learn the exact formula that I use to earn almost $4 million in a single year. That's what I teach my students. Okay, now if I can help a person go from nothing to $7,500 in profit their very first month, why not you? Why not you? Why would you want to prohibit that type of cash flow coming into your world? Why not you? I mean, if I can help other people do it, Gregory Hinton, 45 days, he works a full-time job, and he's already at over $4,000 in residual income. That's a $48,000 yearly income, guys, in 45 days, okay? That's what's happening. So I want you to understand here that we're talking about name brand product purchases here, name brands. Okay, look at this, AMC Theaters. That means if you have a family, I can tell you this, kids want to go see the news releases. They want to go see the new movies that are coming up. You save 32% off of movies for a family 4-pack, okay? Let's take a look at, we just had Mother's Day right now. How about that? Like, you probably ordered flowers for your Mother's Day. Well, if you had a membership here, you would have put 25% savings. So instead of spending $100 in a bouquet, you would have only had to spend $75 on a bouquet, but you would have got $100 worth of value, right? What if you wanted to go see, a lot of kids want to go see some of these things like, you know, Castles and Coasters. You get 25% off there, you know, or the Aquarium Park, Aquarium of the Pacific. Boomers, 40% off of the gate price. There's 35% off of Castle Park here. You know, 50% off of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. These are things that kids want. Gilroy Gardens, save up to 40% off of Knott's Berry Farm entry price. Not Soak City, save up to 30%. Kodak Theater, 50% off, guys. This is money back in your jeans, guys. And if you have a family, I'm telling you what, a lot of these places that your kids are probably asking if they can go to. If they can go to SeaWorld, if they can go to, you know, Universal Studios, save 25% on a premium star pass. This is all money back in your jeans, guys. Money back in your jeans. All these different locations, guys. It's phenomenal. Here's the Kennedy Space Center. Here's the Key West Aquarium. Here's Legoland, 25% off of the tickets. Miami Culinary Tours. I mean, there's so many. It's like on and on and on and on and on. It keeps on going, right? Now, keep in mind, there's all these different states as well that you can get access to these different bonuses. Now, what else do we have? Health and wellness, insurance, international offers, movie tickets, restaurants, travel. There's so much value there, guys. Now, let's take a look back if you're a corporation. You're a realtor. You're a mortgage broker. You're an insurance agent. You've got a restaurant. You've got a nightclub. You're trying to pack a hotel room. Guys, do you realize that if you're offering nothing in your promotion, and I'm offering a free companion airfare voucher to everybody that attends, I can give away an unlimited number of these vouchers to my guests. I can have, if I've got an existing client base, I can give them out as Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, anniversary presents. This is an unlimited number of these promotions that I can give away as value. Now, what does that mean for the customer, on the customer side? That customer is going like, wow. They appreciate the fact that you appreciate them. That's called building a relationship with a customer. And if you build a relationship with a customer, guess what happens? They send you referrals. That's just business 101, guys. Okay, take it from somebody who's made millions. This is business 101. So if you give somebody, let's say that somebody, you've got a car wash place, and you say, you know what, if you send us a new customer, we'll give you a voucher for a discounted weekend getaway in Las Vegas for only 65 bucks, right? Just huge, huge value. So there's 28 different promotional offers with there. Now let's go into understanding how are you going to roll out an actual marketing campaign. Guys, this is what people don't ever get taught. They get into a networking business. They have no idea how to market. People are like, well, Darren, how do you, you know, get your phone ringing off the hook with incoming phone calls? I market. I give away value. I do millionaire mentoring sessions. I use social media. I give away value on my wall. I put out press releases. These are all things. I do Google Hangouts all the time. This is my second value-based Google Hangout today alone. So we teach you guys how to do a Google Hangout and how to master. There's a 20 video course here on how to clone yourself so that you realize right now when I get off this webinar, this is going to clone itself all over the, YouTube, and it's posted onto social media, so there's going to be people watching it for days, weeks, and months to come. Without me, guys, without me. Once you learn the power of this and you just step into a leadership role, you can completely change your life. Here's a 12-video course on how to become an internet marketer with 1 hour a day. 1 hour, guys. 1 hour. And it goes into detail on how to do this process, how to get traffic. Now, I'm going to show you guys right now an example of this. Here's something about press releases. Now, I want you to see how long the video is. It's 5 minutes and 17 seconds, guys. 5 minutes. Okay, now I want to show you what this did for me. Okay, I want to show you what this did for me. Now, we're live. Okay, we are live right now. It's not like I can go add a bunch of likes to these posts or, you know, go figure out how I'm going to, you know, make something up here, because this is a live broadcast right now. Okay, so in this particular press release, guys, I wanted to target realtors. Realtors was my target market. Real estate brokers pack open houses with Xploshal's new business and sales incentives. Now, this is stuff that we cover in our training on how are you going to hit a specific target market. Well, I wanted to hit realtors, so I wrote this little article, okay, specifically targeting real estate brokers. That's my target, okay? Now, I will tell you this, guys. This has been up for maybe 2 weeks. Well, let's see the date on it. Okay, April 24th. So it's actually about 30 days right now we're at. Okay, 30 days. Now watch what happened. It's been viewed. Let's just hit the refresh button here so we can make sure the numbers are current. Okay, it's 375 people have seen it, but out of 375, 248 of those people have shared it on social media. So let's do the math here. 248 divided by 375. Guys, that's 67% of the people that read it shared it. Okay, so 248. Now I will tell you that an average person has roughly 300 friends on Facebook. If they're a marketer, they've got way more. They've got 1,000, 2,000. I've got about 5,000 and about 3,000 followers. But, you know, the average person only has maybe, say, 300. Just like an average Joe. Average, you know, somebody that's just on Facebook, and they're just a bunch of friends in their zone. And plus people I hate saying, hey, can I be your friend? So 248 times 300, guys, that's a potential reach of 74,400 on one press release. Okay, now let's go back here again. This press release is targeting business owners. The MLM Superhero helps business owners add $25,000 per month to their marketing budgets with XPLODE. Okay, now let's hit the refresh button here, and let's see what the results are. Okay, it was viewed 330 times, but it was shared on social media 234 times. Let's do the math. 234 divided by 332 is 71% of the people that read this press release shared it on social media. Okay, so let's do the math on this one. 234 times 300 equals, that's another 70,000 potential reach. So between those, just these two press releases, guys, do you realize that I've hit a potential reach of 146,000 people? 146,000 people, guys. That's ridiculous. Or maybe 145,000, but either way, I didn't have my calculator to add it up, but they're big numbers, is the bottom line. So let's check a look at and now see what else there is. We show you how to build a list and how to get it to be responsive. This one little area here on Facebook has generated $126,000. Just this one area, okay? Now, every one of these things you can give away as value to get people to opt in, okay? So let's say that I want to use this as sort of a lure, as a bait, right, to get people to opt into my list, branding your way to success. So I can set this up now like this is huge value, guys. I mean, this is like a full book, you know, on a full little ebook on how to brand yourself to, you know, take your life to the next level of success. This is called value, giving away value to the marketplace, right? To be able to position yourself as a leader. Position yourself as a leader. Okay, so what else do we have here? How to connect with busy people. That would probably be a really good thing to know. This is a little tiny ebook. It's, I don't know, maybe 20 pages or so. But this is value. It's giving away value to the marketplace. And this is how you get positioned and edified as a leader, because you're giving away valuable content that can help people. Time management for entrepreneurs, attracting wealth through the law of attraction. The law of attraction is something that's really popular right now. Don't you think that this might just be something that people are interested in finding out about, guys? All of this comes in our back office, guys. All of it. This is so incredible. People just have no idea how amazing that this program is until they actually go through this material. Personal development, health and wellness, there's a whole section on that, right? The affirmation videos, there's a whole training on 6-video course on the power of affirmations. Now, here's what I will tell you guys, because I let the market tell me whether or not there's an opportunity. I don't go out there and toot my horn and say, oh yeah, we got the best opportunity, we got the best opportunity. I don't do that. I don't do that. I do a little testing and I let the market tell me. Well, apparently, in the first 40 days that I rolled this out, it generated over $12,000. That's the market telling me that this is valuable. That's the market telling me that they want this material. That's the market telling me that this training has incredible value to the marketplace. That's the market telling me that families need $4,500 off of name brand purchases right now. That's the market telling me, guys, that there's an opportunity. Not me blazing a trail and saying, I got the best opportunity in the world, come and check out my opportunity. That's not what I'm talking about. Now, when you can generate this type of cash flow, what do you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 on the 22nd, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 23rd, 1, 2, 3 on the 29th. That's our $29 product. Now let's take a look at the $100 product. Okay, we've got 1 today so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Geez, you think that that was a pretty good day, guys? That was probably an $850 day. Do you think that that was pretty good? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was probably a $700 day. Guys, that's called cash flow. Now, what would it mean for your company, your business, if you had that type of marketing dollars behind your company? It doesn't matter if you're marketing, you know, Melaleuca, prepaid legal, if you're marketing, you know, Zija, if you're marketing Gano, it doesn't matter. You could be marketing anything, guys, and you're going to get an incredible amount of value by getting involved with this program. So, you know, what I want to do here, guys, is just to open up the panel right now. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer your questions. We've got Mayra. Are you there? Is it Mayra or Myra? You'll have to unmute yourself. I can't hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm having a little bit hard time hearing them. Maybe just speak up a little bit.
Hello.
Hi.
You can hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can.
It's Myra.
Myra, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing exceptional. So Myra, let me ask you this, because, you know, I know that, first of all, tell me a little bit more about yourself. You know, where are you from? What exactly is it that you currently do in your reality right now? Are you married? Do you have kids? Where are you at in your reality right now? Do you work full-time, part-time? What do you do for work? And then tell me about your vision. What do you really want?
Well, I have 2 kids.
Okay.
And a 3-year-old. I work full-time as a surgical assistant. I'm looking just another way. I'm tired of having to have a babysitter just watch over my kids every day. So I'm looking for something else that I can do so I can spend some time with my kids.
Okay. So, Myra, give me an idea. What would be the perfect case scenario for you? What kind of income do you need to be able to make to be able to leave your current career path and replace it with a different income? Give me a number to work with.
It would have to be about the range of $3,000 a month.
$3,000 per month. Okay. So, Myra, what I want to do here is I'm going to give you a formula, mathematical formula, so that not only that you will have this formula for right now, but I want you to open up your mind to what's called possibility thinking. What's possible? I want you to be able to start to dream bigger, okay? Dream bigger, okay?
Okay.
So what I'm going to do here is I want you to take the number 3,000. We're going to now divide the number 3,000 by 129, and we get a number of 23.26. Okay, so whatever the number is that you want to achieve, you're going to divide it by 129. You're going to get a number. Now, we can't have 0.26 of a person, so we're going to round that up to 24, and then we're going to add 3. Okay, we're going to add 3. Okay, so your number, your magic number, your gateway to freedom, Myra, do you realize that you only need a small, little, tiny group of 27 people to be free?
Okay.
Okay, that's not a lot of people. Okay, now just so you know, just with the strategies that I teach, like if you were involved with me and you were working with me personally, and you were in my Millionaire Mentoring program, in my first month, I brought in 55, just myself, not my whole team, just me. And I didn't do any paid marketing. I just reached out, touched base to find out what's happening in people's lives, got a connection, had finished my business etiquette, right? Got them to laugh, change their state, asked them how they're finding the economy right now overall. They say, not very good. I say, really, tell me more about that. They pour salt on their wound, and I'm the white knight coming to save the day. It's really that simple. It's what I teach all my students, and they all do phenomenal at this. Okay? So, but now what I want you to think about is what if, Myra, you could do that actually, in your first 30, 60 days? What if? So let's increase the number to 10,000 now, because I did that my first month. Okay, 10,000 divided by 129 equals 77.52, so I'm going to round that up to 78, and I'm going to add 3, and I've got 81. So with a small little tiny team, Myra, of only 81 people, you're making a $10,000 monthly residual income.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
Is that awesome or what?
It does. It
Is
is.
that great?
It is.
So let me ask you this. So, I as far as what I can tell, because your name popped up here, and I think that you've been following some of my content on Facebook. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So based upon the content that you've seen on my wall, based upon coming to one of these sessions and maybe even watching some of my other Millionaire Mentoring training sessions, do you feel that I know what I'm doing? Do you feel confident that I know what I'm doing here?
That you know, yes. That I know, not. Not so
Okay.
sure about.
Okay. So here's the important thing to understand, Myra, okay, is that this is about being a business partner. This is about being a business partner. So if you can learn the art of connection and the art of the invitation, right, you could pack a whole panel like this across the bottom with 9 people, right? Let me do a presentation to people internationally, and guess what happens? You cash in.
Okay.
Seems pretty a lot easier than doing it yourself, wouldn't you think?
Ellie.
Right? So if you feel confident that I can do a presentation like this, then why not earn while you learn? Why not watch a presentation and then just take notes and say, okay, well, that's pretty basic. I mean, all he's doing is explaining these slides as they go across here and then logging in and showing the products in his back office. Geez, I could do that. So our goal, working together, is to get you an income story, right? Whether that's 30, 60, or 90 days. That's my goal as a leader, is to put you into an income story, right? Now, the part that I can't do is I can't do your connections, I can't do your conversations, but I can teach you how to do them so that you'll never get rejected, right? I can teach you that. So if you're coachable, if you are coachable, Myra, if you're coachable, and if you can surrender your ego and accept the help, because let me tell you, a lot of people can't. Surprisingly enough, a lot of people literally reject being helped. Can you imagine that?
No, I know. It's true.
They reject being helped because they've got to prove it to the world or something that they can do it on their own, right? Even people locally and right in my own city that have become reps with me, I reach out to say hello, and I say, hey, listen, let's just get a group of people together, and I'll put you into the money. Bro, I'm good. I'm good. If I need you, I'll give you a call, man. Right? Meanwhile, they're broke. Right? They're not getting any traction. So instead of piggybacking off of me as a business partner, they will not accept the help. They refuse to take the help. It's bizarre to witness. I'm telling you, it completely floors me. Completely floors me. Because with my millionaire mentor, when my millionaire mentor said to me, Darren, I don't want you talking about our company, and I don't want you talking about our products. Just connect with people. Build rapport with people. Find out what their pain is, and then get out of the way. Introduce them to me. And I thought, like, wow, I could do that, right? I could do that, right? So I just followed my mentor. I did what my mentor told me to do. I was coachable. I listened. But here's the interesting thing, guys. Now, keep in mind, this was over 25 years ago. In my very first month, because I was coachable, I did $40,000 in sales my first month in this industry. Now, would I have been able to do that if I wasn't coachable? No. Would I have been able to do that if I didn't surrender my ego? No. Would I have been able to do that if I didn't listen to my mentor and then just get out of the way? If I had to tell it all, know it all, be it all, say it all, explain it all, explain the marketing, explain the products, explain blah, 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 blah. That's what most people do. Blah, 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 blah. Forget about it. They sell their way right out of the deal. Okay? But if you can be coachable and just listen, then it's a whole different ballgame. Now, let me ask you this. I want to reach out to Sonia here. Sonia, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So, Sonia, you know, you're in a really interesting position because you probably have what most people would consider to be a pretty darn good life. You know, you're way over 6 figures a year. You're a senior executive. You know, you're in a position that a lot of people dream about having. What has been your experience? Because you've only been working with me here for now maybe about, I don't know, 4 days or so. What's been your experience that you want to share with some of the viewers here about some of the training that you've gone through, some of the breakthroughs, some of the revelations that you've had just in your first 4 or 5 days? Maybe share that.
Sure. Well, originally when I got started, I didn't really understand the whole networking, the whole networking thing. You know, I always thought it was about the pitching, you know, the benefits and features and things like that, and that has never been my thing. I've never ever been able to do that. So once you pointed me in the right direction to understand that it's really not about that. It's really about connecting with people, finding out about what's going on in their lives, you know, and then just pointing them to the right direction. That is something that I realized that I can do. Now, also, you talked about a lot of personal development. And I always felt that personal development was not for me. I never understood it. And I tell you what, in the last week or so, I've been totally enlightened by it. You know, I started reading a lot of the material that you told me about, you know, the law of attraction. I now understand that. I now understand, you know, what some of the negative things that I was saying in my head about myself, how I was really just destroying myself. And now that I realized, you know, some of my errors, I've been changing that around. You know, and it's really been working for me. As I sit here now and think about where I was just a week ago, before you told me any of this, it's just astounding, the change in my life. So I just want to say thank you, Darren. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Well, you know what? I mean, Sonia, what I want for you to understand about this industry is that this is really personal development disguised as a business. So when you get into this type of a business model, guys, your goal is to become the best version of you. That's your goal. To become the best version of you as a leader. Okay? The more that you evolve, the more that you become, the more money you make. That's the model. So the more value that you can provide to the marketplace, the more value that you can give to people, the more money you make. Now, isn't that kind of cool, Sonia, to know that there's no cap on how much money that you can make, ever?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I tell you, it's almost mind-boggling to realize that. It is just mind-boggling and exciting as well.
Absolutely. So, and a lot of people, what happens is they get ahead of themselves, right? They get ahead of themselves. So instead of just starting with the basics, because remember, you only need a small group of people, guys. Okay, so when I'm building a company, I only start with a small group of people. When I'm raising money, I only start with a small group of investors, right? But those investors typically know other high net worth individuals, right, that we can get in front of. And that's how the process starts, right? So if you have only 4 people on your team, only 4, not 400, 4, right? You've now just opened up a gateway to between 800 and 1,000 new contacts. So when somebody says to me, I don't have enough people, I'm like, are you for real? Like, have you know, the challenge is this. They've got 4 on their team already, but they're like, well, who else can I get? Right?
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on those 4 and helping those 4 people make money, right? Because it's a partnership. Instead of doing that, they're like, who else can I get? Right? And that's not this business model. And then they wonder why they fail. And then 90 or 120 days in, the 4 people that they had, that was the gold. Those people have quit now because nobody was helping them. And then they go, oh, I don't get it. My whole team quit. I don't get it. Right? So you've got to really start to take ownership of leadership. Take ownership of leadership, right? If you want to earn more, you've got to learn more. If you want to earn more, you've got to become more. That's how it works. It's no different than a corporation. Is it any different getting a career advancement? Why would a company give you a bigger career raise if you didn't provide more value to the corporation? It wouldn't happen. If you didn't take on more responsibility, why would they give you a pay raise? Forget about it. It ain't happening. You don't just walk into work one day and they say, hey, we decided we're going to give you a $50,000 raise. What do you think about that?
No, never. At least not in my world.
It doesn't happen, right? You either take on more responsibility, right, or you offer more value to bring in more sales to that corporation. You take on more responsibility managing, or you offer more value in your, sales to that company, and you get a pay raise. This is exactly the same. It's your goal to step into your power and step into your leader. You step into your leader, you help more people, you get paid more. And those people bring more people to step into their power and step into their leader. Because they realize now they're going to get benefit if they partner with you. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it, Sonia?
Oh, it makes absolute sense. You said something earlier, and I hope that people took notes on this one, because this happens in business the same exact way. And you were talking about the steps to being a leader, and you said you needed to learn a strategy. That's exactly what happens in the business world. Once you learn that strategy, then you implement that strategy. Exact same thing. I've seen this happen over and over again, and then they share it. It's the same thing in the business world. And that's how the leaders become who they are. That's how they make all that money. So it's no different.
It's no different. It's no different. Now here's the cool thing, is that people that come to these webinars, like, guys, I'm telling you really seriously, like if I went through my Facebook messages and I show you the incoming messages that come in, Darren, I was with my company, I was making no money, I watched one of your videos on YouTube, my whole life's completely transformed. Darren, I went through your Unstoppable Vision. Darren, I went through your How to Recruit New Reps in 6 to 45 minutes. It's totally changed my recruiting. Darren, I've never made so much money. Darren, I've watched your video. Guys, that's called value. Now here's what happens. When people realize they're getting way more value from you as a leader than they are from their current team, guess what they do? They bring their whole team over. So that's what we've got happening a lot now, where leaders go like, holy cow, there's a huge amount of value over here. I want to be on this path. And they start transferring their team over because they realize they can get more value working with Platinum 200 with our explosive team than they can on their existing path. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of value, Darren, you are killing it with the value that you offer. I mean, I have learned so much in the last week or so. My mind is just blown by it. I've paid a lot of money in the past to learn a fraction of what you give away for free. So the value that you offer just by being on your team, it's almost invaluable.
Well, I appreciate that, Sonia. I appreciate that. Okay, guys, so here's what I'm going to tell you in closing. I'm going to tell you right now that if you go through my Academy of Quantum Physics Mind Mastery training, it's a $3,000 bonus that I give my leaders once they recruit 4 people at Platinum. It's a $3,000 bonus. Now, people that have gone through my training, Gregory Hinton qualified in his first 7 hours for the training. Just to give you an idea of the power of just getting the basics down, okay, learning the art of connection and the art of the invitation. Out of his first group of people, everybody joined. I mean, it was unbelievable. All he did was have people show up to one of these hangouts. Everybody joined, right? So he qualified within 7 hours to get the Academy of Quantum Physics Mind Mastery. And it's completely changed his life, guys. Within 45 days now, he's at a $4,000 monthly residual income. So what I would encourage you to do is this. It doesn't matter what company that you're with, guys. Chances are you don't have a marketing and advertising budget. And chances are you really don't know how to market, okay? Because if you did, you'd be making a full-time income already. And evidently you're not, right? Otherwise you probably wouldn't be here. So what I will tell you is that my students typically go full-time in this industry between 30 and 90 days. 30 and 90 days, okay? Not 5 years, not the 3 to 5 year plan. I do the 3 to 5 month plan on my path, okay? The 3 to 5 month plan. So if you're serious, now I say to people on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you, okay? When somebody tells me they're an 11, that's the right fit for me, okay? Somebody goes, oh, I'm about an 8, okay, you don't qualify, okay? You don't qualify to get millionaire mentoring. Bottom line. You have to be at your breaking point where you've drawn a line in the sand and you said, you know what, I will no longer stand for this in my reality. You got to start to raise your standards to a higher level of what you will and will not accept in your reality. That's a person that I want to work with. That's a person that I can turn into a superstar. That's a person that I can have go full-time in 30 to 90 days. But you've got to be coachable. You've got to be able to surrender your ego and say, you know what? Maybe the stuff that I've done before just really didn't work. Maybe I should be coachable. Maybe it's time for me to listen. Maybe it's time for me just to roll up my sleeves and partner with somebody that can show me what to do. Why don't I just earn while I learn? Why don't I just take copious notes during the presentations and then start to duplicate the process? Make sense? So if you're just watching this for the first time, if you're just tuning into this for the very first time, here's what I would encourage you to do. Get back to the person that invited you to this particular hangout, or click the link below or over to the side someplace if this is on a page. Guys, if you opt into that particular link, there's another hour of training. I'm talking value-based training that will completely, totally change your life, where I show you how I recruit new reps in 6 to 45 minutes. You know, I've done this on live broadcasts before, so there's no way to get out of a live broadcast. And the record time, my record that I've ever had, my fastest time recruiting, is 3 minutes. Now you probably will be thinking to yourself, like, are you for real? Like, how could a person recruit somebody in 3 minutes? How's that even possible? Guys, I do it live. On that particular hangout, I was on vacation in Maui, and I was doing it with like 17 people watching live on a broadcast with a screen share, 3 minutes that it took for that person to say, I want to join your business. Send me your link. Okay? So I'm not talking about this stuff from a textbook. I'm not talking about this stuff from, hey, I went to this cool seminar, guys, let's try this. I'm talking about this stuff, guys, from real life, real experience of rolling out company after company, product after product, building companies, raising millions. All the stuff that I do is what you learn when you're working with me personally. So what I recommend is get back to the person who invited you to this particular call, take action, go platinum. You've got Darren Lilly here with the MLM Superheroes and the Platinum 200 team, and I look forward to meeting you in person one day, and I look forward to seeing you at the top. Bye for now.